So you were her boss?
Yeah, well, I was there a couple of years ago, and then I brought her in, and she was a great worker. But then, yeah, I was her boss for around maybe I guess from around maybe 22 to I think up until she was gone. Obviously, there was a bit of tension over the fact that I was promoted over her. Sorry, what? Well, there was a bit of tension over the fact that she was quite a little bit more qualified than I was. The issue was that in our company, it's only when a position gets filled. Oh, so you were competitors then? Yeah.
The Crimes, a Smithgo fiction show. Season 3, episode 4. The boss and the work colleague. So you were her boss?
Yeah, well, basically, I wasn't her boss forever. She was in the company for a good long while. I think she was in the company. It was she got a couple of years experience, and then she came into the company almost instantly after finishing school, and she was she was in the company, and then it stayed until she was gone. So you were saying that you were promoted above her. Well, yeah, technically she had more experience than I did. She'd been in the company for longer, and while I say that she had come straight from school, she hadn't really come straight from school, because she'd done I think it was 3 years of work experience, working for 5 different companies. And working on different levels. And one of the things that was successful was that she took a year out in 2001. She took a year out, and in that year, 2000 was her first year. 2001, she took a year out and was promoted to a senior position that was actually higher than me, but she resigned after she discovered that they were the company that made these products like chocolate, shampoo, that type of thing. They make these products, and then shops will buy them and they stick their brand on them. Like a ghost thing. I think that's what it's called. Where they produce the content and then you repackage it as your own. Anyway, so she found out that they were using things like palm oil, and she was one of the first people to go against that sort of ingredient sort of thing. I think it wasn't my mother that she was against, it was something else. So she resigned from that position and rejoined the company. And then in 2002, a year later, there was a new position up, and she went for it. And I just came into the company. I was after failing some of my exams, so I was able to put a few connections and get myself a job here. And then I've been in here 6 months, and then I said, well, why don't you take the job? And I said, fine, I'll go for it. I might as well take every job you can. So I did, and then they gave it to me.
So you experienced firsthand being promoted over someone. Why exactly?
Well, I guess it was because of gender. I'm a man, she was a woman, so they were primarily men that were on the board, and I would say that the people who were managing the position were quite sexist. They'd always choose the man over the woman, always. The only way they wouldn't is if there was literally no men going for the job, and maybe if there was a man, but they would be actually harming them. But obviously, I was acceptable. To them, I was actually acceptable. It took me about a year to get the hang of it, and the company profits did go down a bit. But luckily, I wasn't fired.
So you actually did fire her, though?
Yeah, well, we were bought out by. We were like a local company, I guess, but we weren't making a lot of money. We're making a lot of money, and we were quite big. So we were drawn to the attention, and this was more, in my opinion, it was more of a, like, when like a company of a similar size takes over another company. So it's not like, oh, the little guy being eaten up by the small guy. It's literally the big guy being eaten by only a slightly bigger guy. And this company in America, got this thing, and they got this thing, and her job was mostly eliminated. The way there was a position, opening up as deputy for me, and I said, well, I can't have that closed. I don't want to have that closed because if I do, then I'll have to do more work. I'll have a bigger workload. So I said, well, so I said, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go. So you don't you think that this was a bit sexist of you, like that you wouldn't allow her to have her job even though you'd been promoted over her and you'd get that? Well, yeah, I guess it was, but like, what can you do? What? What am I supposed to do about it? Not do it? Yes. What exactly was the response? Well, she took it very well. I didn't think that she was very angry. I think she understood that, I was trying to free her, from all that sort of stuff. Because, you really want that. Well, we asked a co-worker if she was angry, and she responded like this. Well, yes, she was angry. I was all there. I was all saying this to her, and then I was saying this, and she came out, and she was very angry because the thing turned out was that there was a lot of anger within her because she just been thinking about all the the sexism that was involved in him getting the position. So really to her it was like a kick in the chest, because if there hadn't been no sexism, she would have been above him. And the thing was that he wasn't even qualified to rise the level, but she was technically qualified to rise the level. But to do that, she had to get approval by him. So that was an issue, and he never gave her approval to go for the job. So she was never going to approve by him. So do you think that she was happy in her work? No, I don't think she was happy. But I think she was very distraught when she saw that she was going to lose her job due to this sort of, this sort of blatant sexism. And that was the thing. She's very angry at that. Very angry indeed. Yes, do you think that she was the kind of person who would be likely to kind of go ahead and be kind of depressed over this? No, I don't think she would. Beforehand, she's just gone through a breakup a couple of days before, I'm very all the gossip, and I kept pestering her to telling me, did you sleep with him last night? Did you sleep with him? Because I'd seen him once, her phone was she just been texting someone, and her phone was on the desk, so I just picked it up and I was searching through it, and he was apparently taking pictures of his penis. Sorry, what? He was what? Well, you see, she said, please don't send me images of your penis, and then he sent her 20 images of his penises of different angles and all sorts of things and like that, and then and then he had a message or something, and that was then obviously he must not have gotten the message, and I guess that may have been why, because sometimes when you don't read the WhatsApp message, I mean I think he may have been a bit of a bitchy person, because he couldn't understand that, he just couldn't. He just didn't get the message in time. I mean, I think that may have been the reason why he had, essentially forced him to break up with her. Because, he's been all the sort of way when it's just very, very, very bad, very bad indeed. So, so you think that, that she was not a nice person? No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far at all. No, I think she was just very, very, very involved, if you know what I mean. She was just different. I don't think she just didn't match well with some of the people that she did match up with, Okay, well, in the next episode we'll be talking with her former boyfriend, who, hopefully we'll have a good chat with. Thank you for listening to this, Smithco's The Crimes, a fiction show. If you enjoyed this show or just liked it, then you can look at other episodes. You can look at the previous series or seasons, You can look at other educational content or entertainment content. You can subscribe to the Smithco YouTube channel. I know, it's incredible, but, you can. As of recording, we, obviously, we don't have a whole lot of views in this video as of recording because it hasn't been published yet. But if you want to share it, that's also fine. But, hopefully you join us next time.